Ladies and gentlemen, another bank collapse in the city of Philadelphia, Republic First Bank, the first bank failure for 2024. We had several of them last year, if you remember, and they were like crashing one after another. Well, now here you can add another bank in the country filled with high IQs. They continue to do poor in banking and got a horrible track record historically. If you go back and look at the history of this country, there have been multiple financial crashes and they keep having them over and over and over. So really, it doesn't matter what kind of money you give these people, they're going to F it all up anyway. That's what it tells me. So regulators closed Philadelphia based Republic First Bank, first U.S. bank failure this year. The bank failure is expected to cost Deposit Insurance Fund $667 million. Wow. So regulators, they have closed the Republic First Bank, a regional leader operating in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. The FDIC said Friday that it had seized the Philadelphia based bank, which did business as Republic Bank and had roughly $6 billion in assets and $4 billion in deposits as of January 31st. Fulton Bank, which is based in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, agreed to assume all of the bank failed deposits by essentially all of its assets. This is according to the agency. Republic Bank, 32 branches will reopen as Fulton Bank as early as Saturday. Republic First Bank depositors can access their funds via checks or ATM as early as Friday night. This is according to the FDIC. The bank's failure is expected to cost the Deposit Insurance Fund $667 million. The lender is the first FDIC insured institution to fail in the US this year. The last bank failure was Citizens Bank, based in Sac City, Iowa, and that was in November. In a strong economy, an average of only 4 or 5 banks close each year. Raising interest rates and falling commercial real estate values, especially for office buildings grappling with a surge of vacancy rates following the pandemic, has heightened the financial risk for many regional community banks. Outstanding loans backed by property that have lost value, making them a challenge to refinance. Last month, an investor group, including Stephen Mnuchin, who served as the U.S. Treasury Secretary during the Trump administration, agreed to pump more than $1 billion to rescue New York Community Bancorp, which has been hammered by weakness in commercial real estate and growing pains resulting from its buyout. So the Republic Bank is regional, and it's got a whole list of their banks all over New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, a total of 32. Wow, that's a lot of banks. But I'm not surprised, y'all. I mean, this economy is not as well as they claim. And like I said, I think we've been in a recession. They won't admit it. Housing is definitely in a recession, and the inflation is still high. Everything is high out here. And you don't see Biden taking no big steps and trying to do something about the inflation. He'll just kind of talk about it a bit, but he never does anything. He doesn't do anything about the inflation no more than he does anything about all these illegals coming across the border. This man ain't about nothing. He really truly isn't. And I'm not surprised, y'all. It'll be more bank failures this year. This is far from the only one. It's amazing how these people keep boasting about everything they can do, but we're seeing all these failures go on around them. And every 100 days, they're blowing $1 trillion. I mean, come on, and, no matter how much these folks talk about debt, they deep down, they don't give a damn about debt, because if they did, they would not keep spending the way that they do. It's almost like they know the debt is there, but they have chosen to ignore the debt and keep on doing all this reckless spending. That's what they have decided to do. And they don't care about debt. But when it comes down to your own personal debt, they don't want to hear nothing. You're supposed to have immaculate credit. You shouldn't have a lot of debt. They want you in a certain state while they recklessly spend and just disregard all of the debt that the country's in. I mean, it is a big, big joke for real. But hey, these are the ones that are running it, and you see how they're running it. They're running everything into the ground. So, y'all, you're going to have to let me know what you think of this latest bank failure, and you could best believe a lot more are coming. This is far from the only one. And don't be surprised if there's several of them by the time we reach the end of the year. And see, that's what happened last year. And you remember when these small banks were collapsing, everybody started running and taking all their money out of the small bank and going back to the big mega bank. And they're really no better. Seriously, they are no better than the small banks. If anything, they are far worse. And they're always paying out on class action because they're sitting there doing all kinds of illegal things and banking. So it's a mess all the way around. You really can't trust anything these folks do. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video and the latest bank failure in America. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.